Sarah, and today on YourStory TV we have the pleasure of having Vani Kola from Kalaari Capital. Thank you for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
So my first question is, what do you think were the reasons for the slow investment cycle in 2012 in e-commerce? Do you think 2013 will be different?
I think 2013 will be more or less like 2012. It's been slow and it's not been slow. It's been slow in the context of many investments getting made, but some large investments have happened. So if you actually look at the dollar value, I think the dollar value was actually probably higher from 2012 to 2011 to 2012, and it's about return cycle. So while a lot of investment has gone into e-commerce, not a lot has come back. So I think people are consolidating their investments, sort of hunkering down to focus on the current winners and give them all the support needed for them to succeed. And I think we need those companies that have sort of demonstrated scale to reach exit points, to free up capital and free up investor interest, to then again get back into the cycle.
Definitely. So some of your investments have been in standard categories such as furniture or baby care, while others have been in some niche segments such as online lingerie. You see e-commerce an enabler for businesses, or is it all about differentiation that's important here?
To me, at least, differentiation is what is important. I think there is innovation on how companies can sell many kinds of products and services, and I think today when all customers suffer from ADD, they are all sort of bombarded by offers and choices and so on and so forth. Differentiation becomes very important, and differentiation is what brings them in, but then the quality of execution is what keeps them loyal to you. I think the war to acquire the customer is so high, but how do you retain this customer? And that is only through offering a unique experience, whatever that is. Did you delight them because they got the product so fast? I had ordered something on a site on Saturday, and Monday morning I got it. I was like taken aback, and I was like, oh wow, that's pretty good. And is the quality of the product something that is very different, or the discovery of something that I really want and can't find, but I happen to find in the site, and they somehow have ability to find these hard to find products. So I think the differentiation, the more you can define the consumer experience on how you are going to be different about it, I think the more you have a chance to retain that customer. And after spending so much money, because customer acquisition costs in e-commerce are very, very high, after spending so much money in acquiring a customer, how do you retain them? That's what companies are not thinking enough about.
Definitely. So what are some of the underserved sectors that you think e-commerce can target?
I wish there were pat answers to these. I don't know. Each time I haven't looked at these as, is there an underserved sector, and let me go find an entrepreneur who's willing to work in an underserved sector. In the panel earlier, I talked about this company that's in US doing extremely well. They've grown to 50 million USD in revenue in 1 year. And what are they doing? They are selling just razors to men. Okay, so was that an underserved sector? I would assume not. Gillette won't say so, but why is it that they are able to do this, right? So and the answer in that particular instance is that the women are very intimately marketed to, men are not, and shave is as close as it gets. Nobody had really thought about it that way. They did. So my point here to every entrepreneur is, you got to think about what is it that you are giving that is a very different experience for a customer, and that then becomes underserved, right? It is not for the venture capitalist to be able to say, here are 10 underserved sectors, go figure it out. Oftentimes we don't know. When we meet an entrepreneur though who has such a clear clarity about why his approach to recruiting the customer and offering them something that isn't otherwise easily available becomes the underserved sector. And you mentioned some companies. Lingerie is available, but we invested in a lingerie company because the entrepreneur's vision was the right fit for all women, and the idea being that, you know, maybe in the metro women have far greater access, but if you go beyond metro, that lingerie access to women is very, very limited, and changing what today they experience as a commodity purchase and changing that to something that is a very intimate purchasing experience, that was the underserved need. Not so much the product, but the experience of how they bought that product was a underserved need, and so on and so forth. We have a furniture company, same thing. Really, they focused on the tail end, which is not just buying the furniture, but we'll come to your house, we'll set it up, so you don't have to worry about what was the screwdriver that was needed, or, you know, what was this particular nut that didn't come with the furniture, but I have to now go to the hardware store to buy. They said, you know, it'll be hassle free. We come to your house, we set it up, you like it, you keep it, you don't like it, we'll take it back for a stocking fee, and, you know, we provide you that kind of a service. Now, any customer can relate to the pain of what they've suffered in trying to not just purchase a product, but put something together. Especially in India, this is not a DIY market, this is not a do-it-yourself market. So if you can, you know, take that pain point of saying, I will do it for you, and actually do a great job in doing that, you solved an underserved market need.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.